Well, hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Laird Wellness Live.
Good evening.
Good evening. We are having some fun. Hope you guys are. It is raining here. It got cloudy and rainy all of a sudden, and some folks have snow. We're just fortunate we don't have that yet.
Yes,
We left Canada because we didn't like snow. So anyway, that's why we are here. And you know what? Okay, before we start tonight, first of all, we're going to bring out something from our friend Dr. Aaron Ernst. He had a great post on his Instagram this week.
Yes, he did.
About the CDC.
Yes.
And we want to focus on that. The CDC promoted something a little bit about health.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Ernst did a great job about expanding that, and we want to even piggyback on that. So you're going to get some good advice about how to avoid certain viruses, if you know what I mean, right now. So anyway, but the first thing we want to share with you is something that we have been developing for a little while now.
Yeah, exciting.
Mm-hmm. And we want you to be the first in on it, okay? So this is something we are doing. We are developing our own 12-week Get Healthy program.
Yep.
It is going to be called the Biologic Blueprint.
Yeah.
Biologic because you know us, we like to keep things simple, right?
Simple.
And so that is, we've got biologic, your body, biologic is simple.
Right.
Very biological, if you will. Very logical. So this is what we're doing to explain to you how your body is working. If you've got things that you're not sure about and you're like, why can't I lose weight? Or why, you know, I've struggled with this problem of X, whatever it is, for 20 years. And, you know, I just want to get rid of it. I'm not sure how. That's what we want you to come to us about.
Right.
And we are developing this program. It's not all together yet.
No.
We're putting all the pieces together, and at the advice of our business coach.
Yes, working with our business coach, Elliot.
Elliot Haraki. He is from New Zealand.
He's a Kiwi.
He's a Kiwi. He is brilliant.
Yes.
And he said, you know what, guys? You don't have to be perfect. What you need to do is develop it as you go, and you need to find some folks who are willing to help you build it.
Right.
And he says, you know, offer them something that, you know, in return as you go later on. We haven't even figured that out yet, but we want to offer this out to you as an invitation to help us develop this program. And the reason why we're sending this invitation out to you is because you watch us all the time and you know what we're about, and we want you to help us, you know, fine-tune this thing.
Right.
And say, hey, you know what, you guys should be doing this, not that, or whatever. And regardless, it'll be a lot of fun.
And this is a lifelong dream for us.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we've been talking about for pretty much the last 15 years for sure. It's our dream job, our dream to help people.
Yes.
And we're super excited.
And if you want to be involved in that, we want to invite you first. And the reason why we're inviting you is because, I mean, this thing isn't free. Okay, let's just be honest, it's not free. There's some costs involved. We're going to show you on the screen what's involved in a second here. It's pretty cool. Some things just came together yesterday.
Yeah.
That we've been praying about, some missing pieces that we can't offer, but other folks can, and they've agreed to come on with us. This is going to be awesome. It's going to help you figure out things you've struggled with for years. So anyway, the reason why we're offering this now to you is because next year, say at this time, it's going to be perfected. And it is likely going to be twice the price. So this is like, okay, if you want to get in on this, get all the benefits of it, and actually have a piece of the action in helping develop this, and have some residual effect afterwards for helping us. We are going to figure out something for you. We're not sure what that is, but you'll be able to gain something from helping us.
It's a work in progress, so to speak.
It is. But we're going to show you what we are doing right now. Okay, so this is what we are working on. One sec, let me find it. There it is. Okay, here is what it is. This is the Laird Wellness Biologic Blueprint. First of all, if you want to get involved, we are only taking, as it says in the starburst there, 10 people. That's it. Only 10 people get to help us create this thing and get some residual effect, some benefit later on for helping us do it. Okay? So if that's you and you're on board, email us, right? There's the email at the bottom of the screen, info@lairdwellness.com, and we'll put you on the list and we'll tell you all the details. But for right now, here are some of the details on the screen. It is 12 weeks long. We are also developing a 12-month program, but this one is 12 weeks, okay? You're going to get personal coaching from me and Jodi. You're going to get some videos and things like that, but more than that, you're going to get personal coaching from me and Jodi, whether that's a Zoom call, whether we do a FaceTime call with you, or video or audio or whatever you want. You're also going to get, this is what came together yesterday. I'm not even going to tell you his name, just going to tell you his first name. First of all, this guy came to us from our friend Dr. Thomas Lokensgaard, our holistic dentist friend. He said, you got to get in touch with Dr. Tom, my other friend named Tom. I said, oh, so he said, okay. So I talked to Dr. Tom yesterday. I did a Health Awakening show with him. And after the show, we got to talking, and he has a missing piece to what we wanted to do here. He can offer this blood panel, this testing mechanism that he and another doctor have developed. First in the world. No one else has this. And they call it the health disease continuum. And what it is they basically put your health, they ask you a bunch of questions, take your blood, test it for practically everything under the sun. It's unbelievable. And then they put you on this slide rule, basically, of where you are from being alive to having some serious issues. And then they say, okay, based on what your issues are, we are going to suggest X, Y, and Z for you. And so once they suggest X, Y, and Z for you, then they hand it back over to us. They give us your results, and we help you through it for 12 weeks. We will coach you through their specific instructions for you for 12 weeks.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg, really.
Right.
Because that just came on board yesterday. But really, we've been developing this for weeks and years, really.
Yeah.
And we have some exciting things coming down the road as well. But this is basically our life's work.
Right, it is. And you're going to get, so basically, one price is going to include all that blood panels, the personal coaching, the videos, the supplements. You're going to get equipment. You're going to get weekly webinars with the doctors who developed this protocol. And then you get to put in your input as to help us create this thing.
Right.
So that is what the Biologic Blueprint is all about. And if you missed part of this from me, if you just came on, we're going to talk about this again at the end of tonight's program. But that is our Biologic Blueprint. We hope you're as excited about it as we are.
Yeah.
So
we've been working pretty hard on this.
Yes, we want you to be involved.
Burning the candle at both ends, so to speak.
Yeah. So this is going to be super cool, and we'd love to have you along with us. We really appreciate you tuning in and watching this. If you watch the Shabbat Night Live or the Health Awakening or watch our show here, we want you to be involved because we feel like we know you already. And
right.
we trust your word and we hope you trust us. And that's where it starts. And we trust these two doctors that we've called upon. They are focused on believers' health as well. Biblical health, just like we do. We speak the same language. I told him the other day what I say all the time is that you've got to start with greens. I don't care what any diet you're on, you got to start with greens. And he said, that's exactly what I say. So these guys are right in line with what we always talk about. So if you like what we talk about, you want to get on this program because these doctors are right in line with us too. And their input, again, like Jodi said, it's just a piece of the puzzle. But as far as what they're going to recommend for you and what we're going to coach you through according to the recommendations, it is all going to sync. That is the coolest thing. It is certainly an answer to prayer. So if you want in on it, info@lairdwellness.com, and we'll give you all the details. Okay, so now we're going to get into what Dr. Ernst did earlier this week. A couple of days ago, he had a post on Instagram that looked like this. One second, I'm going to get it on the screen for you. There it is. Okay, so 2 days ago, he grabbed this news story from NBCnews.com that said basically doctors emphasize nutrition as COVID cases rise and winter approaches. So this was an interview, I guess not an interview, whatever you call it, a report.
First time we've heard them talk about nutrition.
Right, yeah, so the CDC was saying this. That is and look, you can see Dr. Ernst's comment too. Wow, CDC and NBC finally put out a piece that's true. 9 out of 10 Americans do not eat nutrient-rich foods. That is high in immune builders like vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D. So they went on in this report to say, oh, you need some vitamin C. You need to eat oranges. You need to eat broccoli. And so
That's funny.
Dr. Ernst went, yeah, okay, well, yeah, that's a good start, but you need to do a little bit more than that. So NBC didn't quite get it, but at least they were putting it out there. So here's what they did put out there on the screen. Take a look at this here. So they said, well, Dr. Ernst said, rather, they had a few foods to focus on. And then Dr. Ernst said there's an expanded list. So he said, yes, they talked about oranges and they talked about broccoli, but cauliflower, tomatoes, Brussels sprouts.
Yum. I'm hungry.
Papaya, grapefruit. There's all kinds of foods out there that have major vitamin C. And if you can find it maybe in a market in Florida or something, there's something called camu camu.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the highest form of vitamin C of any food on this earth. But, you know, anything green is going to have vitamin C in it.
True.
Like kale, spinach, and anything like that. So basically that is what he said about that. Now here's another piece of the puzzle. He said for as far as zinc, what they talked about, yeah, they were pretty basic on that too. But he wants to get a little bit deeper in that too, where he said grass-fed beef liver is something you can eat. Yeah. Grass-fed red meat. Now you notice he's saying grass-fed. Why? Because if you don't eat grass-fed, you're going to get all kinds of junk in the meat because the cows are being fed junk. They're not being allowed to go out on the fields and eat what cows eat.
Right. So if we're, you know, if they're being fed hormones and they're being fed corn, then you're going to be eating the high amounts of
GMO corn. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So then free-range dark poultry meat. There you go. Hemp seeds.
Yum.
Yep. Doing hemp seeds and lentils and shiitake mushrooms. So even for those folks who want to stay on a plant-based diet, there are things up there as well. And as far as vitamin D, he had some suggestions out there, and we have some more as well. But for vitamin D3, he was saying fatty fish. You know, that's wild-caught salmon, sardines, herring, cod liver oil. And then he also said this, organic pasture-raised free-range eggs.
Yeah.
And the way you can tell there, thank you, Dr. Ernst, he said dark orange yolks is the way you can tell. And mushrooms are great for zinc as well. And the video said to seek a physician's advice on the dosages for supplementation. So he said, great, I'm a physician. Here you go.
Right, I love this. This is the greatest post ever.
Yeah, so he said vitamin C, 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams daily. There you go.
There you go.
Very easy to do. We're going to tell you how you can do that in a minute. Zinc, 30 to 50 milligrams daily. That's a lot more than I thought.
But take it with food.
Take it with food.
Or
zinc.
you will get nauseous.
Yeah,
I promise you that, and it's not fun.
No, zinc makes you ill if you don't take it with food. That's right. It's not fun at all. And then vitamin D, 5,000 to 10,000 IU daily. Now, if you live north of, let's say, if you live north of Atlanta, Georgia, you, at this time of year, are not going to get vitamin D3.
Correct.
So you need to take a supplement. I mean, you can get it through some of those animals, but it's not that efficient. So you want to be taking a supplement. And we have those, of course, at Laird Wellness, and you can get them pretty much anywhere. So you're looking for D3.
Right.
Some doctors will prescribe D2. That's kind of gone by the wayside because everyone's realized that D3 is better. So vitamin D3, or if you just see a bottle with vitamin D, they're usually talking about D3 anyway. 5,000 to 10,000 daily. Now, did you know that in Canada, the legal dose for vitamin D can only be sold in 1,000 IU? I know. So
crazy.
So Canadians are having to take like 10 pills a day or 10 drops of whatever.
Or they're just not taking enough.
If
they aren't quite up on it. I mean, when we lived in Canada, we took vitamin D, but I remember only taking 1,000 or 2,000 thinking, oh, we're doing great.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. This is wonderful. Yeah, but no, 5,000 to 10,000 a day. See, when some people say, well, the RDA says that, you're only supposed to take 400 IU to stay alive. Yeah, that's not therapeutic. It's not going to protect you from anything. It's not going to empower your immune system. See, what happens when you get a virus is the virus down-regulates the receptors for vitamin D3. It's because they see vitamin D as a threat to them. So they come in, and like an enemy would, they sort of get rid of the cannons, right? They'll shoot out the cannons so you can't shoot the cannons back at them. Well, that's the vitamin D3 receptor. So they down-regulate it. You're going to be dampened. So they basically put a blanket over it. Nope, you can't absorb any vitamin D3. So that's what it does. It downregulates the vitamin D3, but what you can do is take a super amount of it, i.e. 5,000 to 10,000, and it sort of breaks through that barrier and provides you with vitamin D3 protection anyway.
Right.
Now, vitamin C, 1,000 to 3,000.
Yeah.
That is, 1 teaspoon to 3 teaspoons a day of the vitamin. Now, I only recommend liposomal vitamin C is what I take.
Right.
Because liposomal vitamin C, see, water-based vitamin C, it doesn't get into your cells very well. Why? Because your cells kind of have this membrane around it that is fatty. And with cholesterol, by the way, which I learned from Dr. Tom, by the way, that you need cholesterol. That's something we learned this week, by the way. He said that my cholesterol might actually be a little too low. I'm right on the edge, being a vegan, and that you are actually in a better position.
Weird.
Because you need cholesterol.
Well, I mean, we've always known we need cholesterol, but tell us.
Okay, so here's the interesting thing he told me about. Okay, so when you take a cholesterol-lowering drug, it doesn't lower cholesterol. What it does is lowers LDL. LDL is not actually cholesterol. It is the vehicle in which cholesterol rides to get to your cells. So what you're doing is basically, let's say he used the analogy of a taxi. So LDL is like the taxi that's taking cholesterol to where it needs to go. So basically you're taking the tires off of the taxi and not allowing it to get to where it needs to go.
Oh, wow.
Now here's the thing. So LDL and HDL, oh gosh, I can't remember how this goes. One goes one way, one goes the other. Anyway, HDL and LDL transfer cholesterol to the liver and from the liver. And if you take any of those out, you are either preventing your body from getting cholesterol or preventing your body from taking out the junk that the cholesterol takes out.
So what are you saying that you should be doing? So if I'm on the right track, what should you be doing?
I need to eat more eggs.
Eggs?
I need to eat more avocados and things like that will raise good HDL.
Well, yeah. I don't have a problem with good HDL. I do a lot of avocado and my HDL is really high. I got that tested this week. And it is very good.
Okay.
However, my cholesterol is also a little high. And I think it's somewhat family related. Yep,
it can be.
But my ratio is so good that it's not a worry at all.
There you go. And you know what? He said that, I asked him, well, how come we think that the cholesterol causes plaque in the arteries? He says because, and here's the funny thing. He said 80% of cholesterol is going to be produced by your body. By your liver and your brain.
Okay.
Go figure. And food only has 20% to do with it. Food only has 20% to do with it.
You should have probably had this on a whole other show.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm just going to explain it because I'm on a roll now. But so he said that when you take cholesterol-lowering drugs, that is only when you... So now your body is trying to catch up and make more cholesterol. And as it does... Anyway, as it does that, you need to be upping your food intake of cholesterol to fight that, ironically. And that cholesterol is not what clogs the arteries. It's your body's desperate attempt to create cholesterol.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you'll have to listen to we have a whole episode on this. So I talked to Dr. Tom on my Health Awakening show about something totally different. But we were on a roll about this. I said, hey, would you stay on with me? We were doing a Zoom call. And I said, would you stay on with me and let's do an extra episode? So that extra episode, completely to do with cholesterol, is on the michaelrood.tv app. And it's only going to be there. It's an exclusive.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. So if you are a fan of Rood Awakening International, go to the michaelrood.tv app and you will see it there next month, I think. I think we're putting this on next month, so in January. So it's going to be awesome. Very, very fascinating. So anyway, the reason I bring that up when we're talking about vitamins is because with, like the D vitamins, for example, not the D vitamins, the fat-soluble vitamins. Liposomal vitamin C, let's go right back to where I was. So you've got a fat membrane made of cholesterol. Vitamin C, vitamin Bs, all the Bs are water-soluble, right? So they don't mix well. Oil and water don't mix, right? So liposomal puts a fat membrane around the vitamin C molecule. Now it's oil versus oil, and your body absorbs a lot more of it, long story short. Now the oil-soluble vitamins, fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, The way I remember that is, what do you stain a deck with? Oil.
Deck.
Deck. A-D-E-K. Okay, so if you're into acronyms and you're into that kind of memory, that like I am, A, D, E, and K are oil-soluble vitamins. So oil-soluble vitamins are transported by cholesterol. So if you're taking a cholesterol-lowering drug, you are preventing your body from absorbing vitamins A, D, E, and K. Not to mention some other vitamins and not minerals out there, but some other nutrients out there.
Wow.
Yeah, that was eye-opening to me. So this is the kind of guy that you're going to have on your side, by the way, when you do our biologic blueprint. Yeah. So,
nice.
And it literally is going to be a blueprint for your body. It's a general program that anybody can do, but you're going to have specifics that we're going to help you achieve, which is really cool. Okay, so that's what Dr. Ernst was commenting on from NBC and the CDC. So they finally did something we all agree with. So
yeah,
that's good. That's why we're out here talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we want to go one step further.
Okay.
And we want to say that, yes, that's all great. Thank you, Dr. Ernst. And if you don't mind, with respect, we're going to add a little bit more.
Okay.
Because nothing wrong with what's there, we're going to add to it.
Yeah.
So eating the greens and all that kind of thing, when you are in a state of threat with a virus, you want to be eating more raw. Why? Because raw has enzymes. When you eat foods that have enzymes, you're not relying on your body to do all of the enzyme action for you. Because when you rely on your body to do all the enzyme creation for you, because enzymes help break down the food in addition to stomach acid. Raw foods have their own enzymes. That's the life force in foods. So that's why raw foods are easier on your digestive system. And but cooked foods, if you're eating that all the time, and processed foods, you're having your body create enzymes from your pancreas all the time and a couple other places in your body, and that creates inflammation because it's working a lot. And when you work a lot, you create friction. When you create friction, there's heat. When there's heat, there's inflammation, blah, 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 blah. That's the way it goes.
So what about, we always get this question, diverticulitis. You can't really eat vegetables.
Right, but what you can do is you can still eat raw to get all the raw nutrients and the enzymes by juicing.
Juicing.
Because juicing has, the juice of a carrot, for example, has almost all of the nutrients in the juice.
Right.
The fiber just holds it all together.
Right.
And helps push things through your body. That's the job of fiber. So even with somebody with diverticulitis or colitis or things like that, they have success with juice. So what they do is they drink a lot of the juices. That provides all the concentrated nutrition to heal the gut and heal the colon lining.
Right.
And then you go to cooked foods, and then eventually you get to raw foods, and then you're golden.
Yep.
So, and the reason why you want to have less inflammation is because when you have inflammation, guess what part of your body gets involved? The immune system. Mm-hmm. Now you're diverting attention from your immune system for your digestion instead of protecting you from any kind of virus out there. Because it's like your immune system can only do so much, and if you're splitting the energies, you are lowering your immune response to a virus. So how about that? So that's why you want to eat a little bit raw. Water, very important, of course. And these are all things that Dr. Ernst would say as well. So drink good water. Mm-hmm. Make sure you're getting lots of it to flush everything through.
Yeah.
Digestive enzymes also help to help get digest your food, break it all down. Probiotics, because where is your immune system? It is 80%, 75 to 80%. You hear that number all over the place. It's in your gut. Mm-hmm. So you've got to keep your gut healthy in order to keep your immune system healthy.
Right.
And what keeps your gut healthy? Probiotics.
Correct.
That keeps the healthy, because there's always this battle going on in your gut of good bacteria versus bad bacteria.
Exactly.
Probiotics help the good bacteria. Now, if you are taking an antibiotic for any reason, what I like to do, I'm not prescribing here, but this is what I do, wink, wink, hint, hint, is that if you're taking an antibiotic will get rid of all bacteria.
Absolutely.
Good and bad.
Yep.
But guess which is the first to grow back? The bad.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
The bad guys take over first. So you don't want that. So how can you combat that? I said, well, I've got to be on this antibiotic. I mean, yes, and antibiotics are life-saving. That's one of the things out there in modern medicine that's right on the money. We need those things. So if you take an antibiotic, what I like to do is if I'm forced to do that because of some kind of infection or something, you take a probiotic.
Yeah.
Excuse me, a little crumb in my throat. About 2 to 3 hours later.
Okay.
You don't want to take it with the antibiotic because the antibiotic will just kill the probiotic. So you take the antibiotic, let it do its thing, and then I sneak a probiotic in there later so that once the field is all cleared of both good and bad bacteria,
Right.
I give the good guys a leg up.
So after every dose?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me. Wow, I wish I had a drink here. I don't. Can I use some of your water?
Yes, you may.
Thank you very much. Okay, so that's in addition to what Dr. Ernst said and what Dr. Ernst said in addition to what CDC and NBC said. Hopefully there's more encouraging information from the CDC and NBC out there. We're very concerned, and I'm sure you are too, about this vaccine that's coming out. No one knows much about it. Is it going to be mandated? Is it not? Are we going to have a choice? I don't know, guys.
I don't know.
We might do a show on this a little bit later, but yeah, there's some scary things about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some people saying, oh, that's nonsense. That's just conspiracy theory. And right now, does anybody really know? We don't. So anyway, let's just hope that the CDC keeps pumping out good information like this that we can talk about and go from there.
Yeah, we do have one question before we go.
All right, yes.
How about chia and flax seeds for cholesterol?
Chia and flax seeds for cholesterol, specifically.
For fat, yes.
For fat, it helps to get rid of fat and that kind of thing.
Just gives you good fats. It ups your LDL, I would imagine.
HDL. HDL, good fats, yeah. To be honest, to be taking care of cholesterol right off the bat like that, I'd have to look into that and let you know and give you an informed decision.
Cholesterol mostly comes from animal foods, animal source products.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, cholesterol in foods comes from animal products, yes. It will help speed away things like that, yes, in a sense. I find that chia seeds are actually better. I was on flax seeds for the longest time.
Yeah.
I find chia seeds are just, to put it gently, they help your body get rid of things more neatly. Yeah. And plus, flaxseed oil has been known to increase the size of prostate. So if you have any kind of prostate issue, the oil can be an issue. So you might want to go to chia seed for that.
But not the actual seed itself.
Just the oil. Right. Now, by the way, we're just going to go, give you 1 second here to take a look at our offer again here. Here is our blueprint. Take a look. This is what we're offering. Be one of the first 10 people, and you can help us develop this, a 12-week program. This personal coaching, blood panel, and consultation from MDs. You can have supplements, equipment, weekly webinars. More than that, it's going to be awesome, lots of fun. We love to invite you to help us do this. Go to info@lairdwellness.com to sign up. And now what we'd like you to do is hop over to ShabbatNightLive.com and watch Shabbat Night Live, another episode with Miles Jones and myself. Going to be lots of fun. So thank you again for watching, and we will see you again for Laird Wellness Live.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good week.